Hi everybody, Bobby Ogilvy, Project Manager and Professional Coach. How much does a coaching supervision cost? So depending on the level you're going for your ICF certifications or other sorts of coach designations you may be trying to get, you may be wanting to get coaching hours, right? So how much does that cost? Well, if you've seen my other videos in terms of how much a coaching session costs, it's $150 to $300. You're probably not going to be paying that full amount to a supervisor, right, to go through this. It would probably be less than that, but that's up to you. But really what I would recommend here is that you're going to a training program, and it could be like a graduate certificate somewhere or some other kind of 12-month training regimen. Mine was based out of Toronto Core Coaching Institute, but included within these different packages are supervision sessions, and it's just part of how they know people learn, but it's also kind of a quality control, right? You have these professional and master level coach people that can see your work and comment on it. Just to clarify what we mean when we're saying coaching supervision, what will normally happen is you're going to record your coaching session, right? So let's say it's via phone or by a web video conferencing, you can record that, and then you would be submitting that, and sometimes they just might listen to the whole thing, or they might just say, well, just give me a 15-20 minute chunk. So you might go from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, listen to that chunk, we'll debrief about it, right? And then you'll probably have, I would say, about an hour session, which is like a supervision debrief, where you might be listening to parts of it together, but the main thing is the coach is giving you points and saying, okay, well, this worked, this wasn't the best, this was wrong, you see how you shouldn't have done this, or particularly you get the sense of, so if you think of the kind of bell curve of terms of your own performance, right? And normally you're somewhere in the middle. Sometimes you have a really great session, or things for whatever reason really came together, or the opposite, things really didn't come together. And part of your job as a practicing professional is to try to bring insight and awareness to why that is happening. What are the causes of why you had those good effective sessions, and how do you have more of them? What are the causes of why you had a bad session? How do you prevent that, right? And then slowly you're kind of moving that bell curve over. You're skewing it towards, ensuring you can get those good results. So in some sense, I don't want to, I also, one, don't have a hard answer for how much coaching supervision costs per hour, because that's not normally how it works. But two, I would advise against finding a coach like that. I mean, to me, it doesn't signal strength that you would say, oh, I want, 5 or 10 supervision sessions. So I just want to find some other coach who's just going to, just listen to my sessions and give me some feedback. I think you want something a bit more structured than that. And I think in some sense you also want it as part of a larger training framework, which is congruent. You're trained in one school, someone trained in another, and you may spend half the time picking apart your kind of almost like structural format differences, as opposed to getting the actual supervision feedback, which is what you're there for, right? So again, this comes down to the theme for me of invest in good training, which means the more contact hours, the better. The more varieties and types of ways you can do coaching, the better. The more types of ways you can learn techniques and get feedback on your techniques, the better. And the more other coaches, the more experienced, advanced coaches you can surround yourself with, the better, right? Learning and development does not happen in a bubble. So don't think that you can just get one-off coaching supervisions or one-off coaching, trainer sessions, and then you'll be some amazing coach. Everything takes time and effort. Again, think back to Malcolm Gladwell outliers. How do you get your 10,000, and really it's 10,000 good hours of practice, right? Really engaged, meaningful, insightful hours of practice. That's what you're gunning for, right? I'm Bobby Ogilvy, Project Manager and Professional Coach.